Good day, everyone. Welcome to That Friendly Writer Statistics and Data Analysis tutorial videos for TVL students. This is my YouTube channel where you can watch statistics and data analysis videos. Today, we'll learn about the basic ideas on the normal distribution. We'll also learn how to sketch it using its histogram appearance. All right, let's get started. When you were in the lower grades, you possibly call these as bar graphs. A bar graph shows the counts of categories. However, in our course, we do not refer to this as a bar graph, but rather a histogram, which is a count or frequency of the values of a random variable. So, when we ask how many owns an iPad or a Samsung tablet, we use a bar graph. But when we ask how many owns one iPad, how many owns two iPads or three iPads, we now count the values. This is a histogram. So in histogram A, we see that the least or the fewest counts are on the right side or tail of the distribution. That's why we call this as skew right. In histogram C, we see that the least or fewest counts are on the left side or tail of the histogram. We call this as skew left. But in histogram B, which is bigger, the left tail or the right tail? Or are they almost the same? Because they are almost the same, we call this symmetric. In our lesson, we have a special name for this, the normal distribution. So, what are the properties or characteristics of a normal distribution? It is a distribution for a continuous random variable such as heights, weights, ages, or test scores. First characteristic, it is bell-shaped. That's why the normal distribution is also called the normal curve or the bell curve. They are the same terminologies. Second, the mean mu is always at the center of the distribution. Third, the mean divides the data 50% on the right and another 50% on the left. This is referred to as the median. Fourth, the mean is located at the highest frequency or point in the distribution. It stands at the very top. That's why this is referred to as the mode. You might have heard these terms already in your lower grade levels: the mean, median, and the mode. In a normal distribution, the mean equals the median equals the mode. And finally, the standard deviation sigma dictates how spread apart our data is. A lower standard deviation sigma tells that our normal distribution is narrower and squeezed at the center. It is important to remember that the third sigma unit covers almost all of the distribution. Let's have an example. Let's draw or sketch a normal distribution in histogram with a mean of mu equals 50 and a standard deviation of sigma equals 10. First, let's draw the x-axis. Then we place the mean mu 50 at the center. It doesn't have to be exactly at the center, we just estimate where the center is. Next, we draw three increments by adding sigma units of 10. That means after 50, we add sigma equals 10. That means it's 60, 70, and 80, adding 10 for every count. And then on the left side, we now subtract sigma units. Therefore, it will become 40, 30, and 20. So the mean is 50, the sigma is 10. Next, we sketch the bins. We should note that the highest point should be at the mean 50. Therefore, this marks the highest in our distribution. And then, we're going to put in decreasing frequency. It means we're going to decrease now the counts of the values. So 60, 70, and 80 will have a decrease in their frequencies. And because the mean is also the median, that means what we draw on the right side must be reflected or drawn on the left side as well. So that means we have to carefully draw the appearance of the right side, copying it to the left side. And this is our normal distribution because it appears to be bell-shaped. The name of our normal distribution is x follows a normal distribution with mu 50 and sigma of 10. Here's a second example. Let us draw two normal distributions in the form of histograms. The first histogram has a mean of 75 with SD or sigma of 5, and the second histogram has a mean of 90 with a standard deviation or sigma of 10. Pause this video to see if you can sketch out the drawings by yourselves. So the mean is 75, and the standard deviation or sigma is 5 on the left histogram. And on the right, we have the mean of 90 at the center with a standard deviation or sigma of 10 with increments on that one. All of these, or should I say both of these, are normally distributed sets of data because they are bell curves. Here's a third example. Let us illustrate an approximately normal distribution whose mean is mu equals 40 and standard deviation sigma equals 5. Take note that the keyword here is the word approximately, meaning we're not after a perfect normal distribution. So how do we sketch an approximately normal distribution? We first again start the x-axis, putting the mean mu 40 at the center, following by increments by sigma units. So it becomes 45, 50, 55 on the right side. And that means on the left side, we have 35, 30, and 25. Next, the mean mu should stand at the top. Therefore, we draw the highest point on our distribution. That means we're now going to decrease the frequencies. And because our graph is just an approximately normal distribution, that means we're not aiming for a perfect normal distribution. That means the next bar or bin may increase in value. But still again, the others should decrease. And on the right side, we try our best to copy the data, to copy the distribution. But then again, this is just an approximation of the normal distribution. That's why it doesn't have to be precisely the same. So as you can see, the values are decreasing. But then, we can also accept some few errors like this. In the end, we can still feel that this distribution is normally distributed. So in our case, our random variable x, whatever that is normally distributed with mean mu of 40 and sigma of 5. Now here's a sample practice for you to work on. Sketch any or all of the following normal distributions. The first one, x, follows a normal distribution with mu of 40, sigma equals 5. The second one, y follows normal with mu equals 35, sigma equals 10. And the last one is q follows normal with mean mu equals 100, sigma equals 20. I hope you know how to put mean mu at the center and how you can position your sigma units by adding them to your respective mean mu's. That concludes our practice videos for today, tutorial video. Thank you very much for listening.